Hi guys, my name is Steve B. I'm coming to you on this beautiful day. It's a beautiful August 8th, 2026. It's freaking like usual. It's beautiful in the shade, but it's freaking horrendous in the sun. The humidity is over the top, crazy. But but I'm here to talk to you for a few minutes today about staying sober for today. And for this day, yeah, I'm gonna do it, and I want you guys to do it with me. I want you to feel free to to take this day and just make it sober, and don't use, don't drink, and you're gonna be fine. And it's just another day, and I came down here, got my walk in. I don't know. Just trying to do what I usually do, and people like that know me know I do the same thing every day, and it must make people crazy. Lena says it makes her crazy, but I said that's me though. That's me doing that, I happen to like the structure. When I got structure going on, usually I'm at my best because I'm used to that. And what's the main thing? The main thing I got to do today is don't pick up that drink, and I don't want to. I don't want to. That makes it easy for me, And now some days are tougher, but and I'm not saying that I feel like drinking or anything like that on those days, because that's not true. But I will say that some days are tougher, because you got more going on and whatnot. Like for instance, the other day, Friday, I had my ultrasound, and I had no idea that you can get an ultrasound for anything but having a baby. But I guess you could check out your insides, your organs, and whatnot. And so I did that on Friday, and now I gotta. I'm kind of curious what the results are, and I could get them, but I don't know how to do this technical stuff on the computer and whatnot, So I just might wait till Monday and ask them, like, what was the results? Was it good? Um, and I'm hoping, and I'm thinking, yeah, I hope so. I hope so. Uh, but anyway, I'm out here, my favorite place. I got my walk in. I'm talking to you guys. And that's something that I try to do on a daily basis, or by day, every other day or whatever. If I happen to say, well, I don't particularly like this day, or whatever the number of the day is, and I'll skip that. But if I like it, I'll do it. And 8-8 sounds good. you know. But anyway, yes. So I'm down here. I'm back in the woods a little bit. Where I like to do my videos, nice and quiet, peaceful. And what do you guys got planned for this day? It happens to be Saturday, August 8th, 2026. And I don't know. It's a beautiful day. Quiet down here, very quiet. A few squirrels, whatnot. But they're doing their thing. I'm doing my thing. We kind of just accept each other. Um, yeah. But anyway, yeah. Yeah. Last night we had a crazy thunderstorm, lightning storm, and I saw lightning bolts like you would not believe. Insane, insane, crazy. But thank God nothing happened. A lot of limbs and trees down and stuff like that. But I didn't hear of anybody getting hurt, so that's good. I don't like it when people get hurt. Nature can be very, very tough on us. And yeah, It's much better today. It doesn't look like it. I mean, the sky is completely blue. Just some clouds over there, but not much. And what's today? Today is Saturday, so it's a daily reflection meeting. We'll talk about whatever the daily reflection thing is, which is usually the month, and the month is August, and the month is the eighth month. So, um, step eight talks about made a list of all persons we had harmed and became willing to make amends to them all. That's just a list. We're talking about step eight is just made a list. It's not. It's not. You're not making the amends yet. You just make the list. Put the people down on paper. And I remember when I first came into recovery. Yeah, I remember writing names down. People that I had resentments against, or had a problem with, or didn't like, or whatever. And there was a lot of people on that list. You know, so and that was in the beginning of recovery, and I was like, I came to a conclusion that there can't be a problem with every single freaking one of them that I put down on that thing. The number one thing was me. I'm the common denominator in all of it, and so the problem, I could honestly say that if I'm having a problem, and on any given day, I don't have too far to go to find the source, and I believe the source would be me. I'm not so innocent most of the time. I'm trying to live a better life. I'm trying to do God's will. I'm trying, but I don't always do it just right. Sometimes I screw up. Sometimes I don't even do His will. I do my will, and but it's easy to mess up. It's easy to say, hey, you know what? I'm good. I'm good. And don't do anything. But chances are, if something's wrong in my life, I got something to do with it. And so I gotta take action. If I see something wrong in my life, I gotta get up, and I gotta. I don't know if it's if it's whatever it is. Sometimes it's not hard to fix. If I have it out with someone, and I'm gonna, like an amends, or whatever, then you go and do it. If if I'm swearing a lot, or if I'm very negative, and I'm hating on people instead of loving on them, I could do something about that. I could move a muscle, change a thought, like I was talking about the other day. That's a huge one. Move a muscle, change a thought. Usually I can do that. I can turn it around, or I could maybe pray to God and ask, what give me more insight on it, or something like that, or help me to like just accept the way things are. You know, like there's a dude that comes down here all the time, and I don't like the guy. He insulted me once, and every time I see him, you know what my first thought is, what are you doing here? You don't belong here. And but he's still here. That guy ain't never gonna apologize to me, but that's okay. That's okay. I can move on. I can look at him and say, well, God help me. I don't have to deal with this guy anymore. You know, very, very good. Very good. Um, Watching the squirrelies hop around and stuff, and I'm loving them. I think they're the greatest. My friends. They're my fur friends. Of course they are. And then I was feeding them before, and it was fun feeding them. because, you know, I love watching them in their little quirky ways. Yeah. So, today, like I said, it's Saturday, August 8th, 2026. And it's going to be that all day, you know. 8-8. But how are you guys doing? You doing okay today? Hope you're doing well. Never been in this day before. It's a new one. So can honestly say that this is something that we never experienced before, that I never experienced before. You know, I'm glad you guys checked in with me. I'm glad you're here with me to hear my rant, and I don't know, makes my day. Anyway, give a like and subscribe, and please leave a comment. Love to chat with you about anything. God bless.